G'day guys, this week we're going to be working on the toe kicks. It's a special sort of toe kick, as you'll see as we go through. I've got a couple of little goodies in there. It'll make our life a little bit easier while we're out on the road. So hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button, and if you have any comments, don't forget to post them below so I can answer them for you. But anyway guys, here we go. Let's jump in and show you what we did with the toe kicks. Alright guys, I've used Sketchup and it's the first time I've really used it properly, so it's taken me sort of all day to get through and use it. I wanted to see how that's going to look with our kitchen. Now our kitchen cabinets it's a 800, a 600 and a 450, so that's going across the top. I'm going to make our own toe kick area, and this toe kick area is going to have 4 drawers, so they're going to slide out so we can use the space, and it's also building it up so we've got a bit higher counter, just because Carolyn likes it a little bit higher so she doesn't have to bend over. So this is what I've been doing, and I wanted to look how it looked with the drawer fronts and with the extra height here. So it doesn't look too bad. Down the bottom here along here is going to be extra timber, which I'm going to use edge tape banding so I can put across here and also down the edges, because I'm just using plywood. The ends you're not going to really see. I might have to put some on the end of this one because that's where the fridge is going to be and you might see it. So basically I wanted to make sure it looked good, and also I got my measurements right. So if I just take off all the cabinet work, because we're not really going to be using that, and the drawer fronts, we're not going to need that, all the other paneling. So basically this is what I'm going to need for my toe kick. This is all the wood I'm going to need. If I go on the top, you can see it there, and from the front and from the side. So, and I've put all the measurements of everything, which I've then written down here, and that way I know what I have to cut tomorrow when I go to cut it. So I've got the cut list for that section. The only other thing that I'm going to have to do, and I might do that tonight, is I've got to make the cut section for the drawers as well. So I'll have to do the drawers up within this to make sure it works okay. But I just thought I'd show you this. This is part of the kitchen install. All the cabinets are done. They're actually sitting in the bus at the moment, not connected because I've still got to get all that right, so I'm not going to connect anything to all that's right. Alright guys, here's the one for the drawer slides. As you can see, I've taken out all the cabinets and most of the toe kicks. I've left the toe kick sides. Alright, so you can see that it's got the drawer slider on either side, the drawer front and the back and the sides as well. So it just gives me the measurements I need so I can do my cut list for it. The second drawer here is going to be a bit small. I haven't actually done that one yet, but I'm pretty sure I know what the measurement for this one is anyway. So that's Sketchup. Alright guys, I'm going to start cutting my cut list. I went and picked up my plywood from Bunnings today. I'm going to do one sort of section at the moment and then test it out in the bus to see how it goes. So that's just my cut list for the toe kick. I've got the plywood out here, going to mark it up now and then cut it with the table saw, and then use the compound saw to cut it to the right length. So let's jump in and start. Alright, so Carolyn decided it was a little bit high, so we're going to knock some off it. So this is why I've only done one. I've brought it out, I'm going to pull it apart and then cut it down a little bit so we can make it a little bit less high. It shouldn't affect the drawer that I'm doing anyway, because it was a little bit high, so that's okay. Okay, so I've cut it down now to the size that Carolyn thinks is right. I've gone out and tested it. Looks good. Carolyn's tested it as well and she's happy with it. So now I can go ahead and cut all the bits and get the toe kick ready. Alright guys, I've cut all the pieces now that I've needed. So I've got my left and right, and I've got my back, I've got my lower support, and I've also got upper support. This is the front, that's where the drawer is going to be. Slide through, and with these there's four toe kick bases, so they're all going to be joined together. Now the reason why I've done it this way is I've got the drawer fronts the same as our kitchen, so they're all the same, but they only come in certain sizes, so I had to make it so it worked out about 1800. So I've got 4 at 450 each, so that'll give me what I need, 450, 900, yeah that's right. I don't know why I'm doing it now, I've already worked it out. So, and then the size of the cabinets are a little bit over on each side, but not much, so I'm adding an extra side here and on the other end, which will fill out the whole space. Alright guys, I finished the 4 toe kick cabinets, all ready to go. This one will sit on the end. This has got the double end on this side and also the double end on this side, just to fill it out. So tomorrow, well not tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to have to work out all the drawers and the drawer slides. And this is where they'll be going on each of them. Alright guys, I've made the drawers. I haven't put the base in all of them yet, and I've connected one to see how it works. So I've got the drawer sliders in, and if I pull it out, we've got the drawer in under there, and it's a soft close. So now all I have to do is do the base in this, and then the drawer front can go on, but that's not going on till later on. I don't want to get them wrecked, so the one below it. So this is a drawer that's finished. Got D in, got the base in. Now all I've got to do is join it up to the drawer slide into the cabinet itself. So I've cut the bases now. They're sitting in there, and I glue it in and screw it from the sides, and then I can connect them into their cabinets. I'm just using Gorilla wood glue and 8-gauge 30mm timber screws. Okay guys, I'm just putting in the drawer sliders. Now there's 100 ways you can do this. I think whatever one suits you best. But for this one, I've just marked up on my square how far I want to come up. I've put it on here and just pushed the drawer slide onto it. Done the same up the other end. And then I've just brought it up to the front and then I've screwed down through the hole. So I've screwed the first one down, make sure that's right. Then I do the second one, make sure that's right. Do the same on the top, and then I'll show you what I do for the drawer itself. Okay, so I've put the sliders on the cabinet. What I'm using is the same size thickness that's here on both sides. And then I've got some 3mm ply, and I stick that against there and that against there. Then I get the drawer. I slide the drawer in. Okay, so I've got the drawer sliders out a bit. I'll push the drawer out so it's at the end here on either side, make sure it's right. Got the little 3mm spacer in on either side, down there, down there. Now I'm going to get it level, and I'm going to drill through here and here, and then I'm going to slide the drawer out and do the next one with the same spacers underneath, and then the end one as well. Alright, so I've drilled them through on this side and on this side. So now what I do is I'm going to pull the spacers out. And I can push the drawer back, and I can take these out from underneath. And fingers crossed this will work. Pull it out. Okay, so it's out. Beautiful. Got gap down the bottom, gap up the top. Slides. Perfect. So I've now done all 4 drawers and toe kicks. So now I'm going to take it out and set it up and see what it looks like. Alright guys, there's the toe kicks. I've had to leave this one out because the pipes are there and I haven't drilled through the cabinet yet. But that's what the toe kicks look like underneath. And there's our kitchen cabinet sitting on top. It's looking pretty good. Starting to feel like a motorhome. That's where the fridge is going. Alright guys, I'm doing the edge banding on the side of the drawers and the tops of the cabinets, just so hopefully keep a bit of moisture away if it ever gets in. I'm using this from Bunnings, self-adhesing melamine edging. It's 21 wide. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is iron it on. So basically you line it up, you get a hot iron and you iron it on, and it sticks on there nice and tight. So basically all I'm doing is getting a piece, squaring it up here, and then ironing it down, letting it cool. And then what I do is I hit it with the Stanley knife and go along and just cut the edge off all the way across. And there you go. Edge banding's done. It's that easy. Nice and easy indeed. And that section is so much better now that the edge banding's on. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the edges of these. Not doing the front part of it because you won't see it. I may do the top part here of this. I don't know yet, haven't decided. So I've got drawer fronts and stuff here. And then I've put one over the top of this here as well. I'm going to do it all along the top of the cabinets as well. And also down the back as well. It's just to try and stop moisture getting in. If it ever gets in, can't stop it of course, but it's giving it a barrier, make it a bit harder at least.